Hey everyone, how's it going? In this video, let's take a look at how to sound like Linkin Park. So nostalgia is back, nu metal is back. What a better time than to do a sound like Linkin Park video. So within this video, we're going to take a look at how to get a Linkin Park guitar tone, the riffs and styles that you use for the playing, and how to combine it all together to write a song. And before jumping in, if you're new to this channel and you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. Now let's jump back in. Let's start off with the guitars. For the guitars, I'm using my Mike Mashock baritone tuned down to drop B. Now I know a lot of Linkin Park songs are in drop D flat, but they actually went down to drop B as well. And Brad also used a baritone in those early days. So on Meteora and Hybrid Theory, he was using an Ibanez RG470XL, which was one of the first produced Ibanez baritones. So for all my low-tuned viewers out there, you'll be very keen to know that he is using a baritone all the way back then. So let's jump in and start looking at the guitar tone. So going for the guitar tone, we're going for that Hybrid Theory Meteora sound, which they were using Mesa Boogie Dual rectifiers. So over here, I'm using an instance of Amp Hub with the Cali Dual. This is in channel 2. I've set these parameters up over here. And then for the cab, I'm using a 4x12 Cali Rex, which is a 4x12 Mesa Boogie cab. And it sounds like this. And then also for the playing style, Brad uses a lot of octave chords. And then also for the power chords, he uses the ninth chord. So you've got your power chord, and then you're adding that extra ninth. And with that, I've built up a riff that sounds like this. Okay, so let's track that. But before doing that, I want a groove that I can play along with. So I've got this drum pattern over here, and I'm going to use that as my groove to play along with. Okay, so let's track the guitars now to that. Then I'm going to dual track those guitars and pan them hard left and hard right. Also, a very common trick is to use these sort of ninth chug chords. So I'm going to add that into the riff as well. And also what's characteristic of their sound are these high melodic lead lines, something like this. So I'm going to use that as an intro into the song. And to add in that high production electronic element to it, I want to add in some electronic drums over that high lead bit over there in the beginning. And for those electronic drums, I've just used a very simple virtual electronic drum kit over here. And it's just using the kick, snare, and hats. And then for the processing, I've gone in and just added a slight bit of bit crushing to the sound. Also, I have filtered out some of the lows and just shelved out some of the highs, and also added a touch of reverb onto that. Now let's talk about the verse riff. For that, I'm going to use some single notes that are chugged, and on top of that, I'm going to add that high lead bit as well as the electronic drums. So the riff is going to sound like this. And then with the rest of the elements, it's going to sound like this. Then for the chorus, I really want to have this big chorus sound. So we're going to go for some power chords on the 5th fret, then down to the 8th fret, open, and then the 10th fret. And I'm going to add in some 9th chords as well. So we've got this. And we're going to add into the production with that lead sound, and it sounds like this. Now to finish off, let's track some bass over those guitars. For the bass tone, I'm using an instance of Neural Dark Glass, and what I like about this is that you can dial in some saturation and blend a clean signal with a saturated sound. So these are the settings that I've dialed in, and it sounds like this. And I just track the bass following along the guitars, the same lines, just an octave down on the bass using that bass tone. Okay, so now that we've tracked, recorded, and programmed in all the parts, let's take a listen what the whole production sounds like. So if we're looking at the whole arrangement over here, I've got the intro guitar lead line over here with the electronic drums, then it kicks into the main guitar riff, then we go into the verse riff, which is those single note chugs, we go into that big chorus, and then finally we end off by going back to that main riff. Now let's take a listen to what everything sounds like together. So that is my Sounds Like a Linkin Park video. With it, we had a brief look at the guitar tone, then what type of riffs you could play, and then how you could compile it all together with the other instrumentation. That's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you thought. If I came close, let me know in the comments below. And also, if you're new to the channel or if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. And also don't forget to click on the notification bell to be notified of future videos. I'll catch you in the next one.